Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
Come along with us in Kotor Montenegro, where we're taking some amazing sights.
We do some sea kayaking along the bay.
And we're gonna try to find something to eat.
It's not easy, but it's worth it. Let's go.
Here we go.
You gotta start your day with breakfast on the balcony when you wake up to this. Hello, Kotor. We will be tendering today. This is stunning. Look at how big these mountains are. It really reminds me of Alaska, but with a European town at the bottom. And then we are guessing that we will take our tenders over here. And then there is a trail. You can see kind of going up. Oh, got too close with the finger there. Trail that goes up here. And I'm thinking about there is where we're hoping to get to as well. But before that, we're gonna be doing some sea kayaking, which the water looks perfect for. So sea kayak and a hike. Good thing we got a good hearty breakfast.
It appears our tender boats are arriving. And it doesn't look there'll be a lack of boats. They're gonna be small, much smaller than the ones we went on a couple days ago, but it's also not as far. We do have an excursion booked today, as Josh mentioned. We're doing sea kayaking, so we don't have to get tender tickets. Our excursion tickets count for that. We meet at 9 a.m., so we've got a couple hours still, but it does appear that they'll be providing plenty of tender boats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is what I see so far. It's very cool that it's truly just to right there. This is such a small little town that there's no true cruise port dock, just a bunch of little docks. This is really, really pretty.
It's a train of tenders.
Train of tenders. I counted 7 of them. They're little,
Yeah.
but there's like 7 of them.
I got us extra coffee.
Oh, yay!
This is too cool to not have
Just
an extra
enjoy.
cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was just saying. We don't have to leave for our excursion till 9, so we're gonna just sit here and enjoy this. But watching these all come in, I think they're smaller than last 2 days ago.
Oh, definitely smaller than the one we sat on top of.
But there's more of them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, I'm sure it doesn't take near as long to get from there
Yeah.
to
Although, like, they don't go fast.
there. Oh, they came in fast.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
That hike is starting to look a little bit more scary now that we are at the port area, but it was about a 5-minute tender, very easy. We do hope to make it somewhere up there, and we are finding our people. One thing I'm seeing, I don't remember what they're called, but like gondolas. They're going up to the top of that mountain. You can see. Hopefully you can see it. Way off in the distance. I don't think we're gonna have time for it, but you can see you can see them going all the way up. All right, so we heard it's about a 5-10 minute walk. You can actually see the sea kayaks just across the water here. We are just outside the port, so minimal amount of walking if you're not intending to do the hike that we're hoping to do after this is all said and done. There's the kayaks right there. And it looks like we're just gonna walk along the water. You can see down at the street level, there's walls that are actually, I'm sure the water was probably up there before, but look up there, that's where we got stairs and walls. Alright, we made it. It is not beach entry. So they do let you put your stuff in a waterproof barrel, and then they will tie it to the front of your kayak. So if you don't have waterproof stuff, you can put stuff in there. And hopefully we'll be on the water soon. Alright, we are switching into waterproof mode. We're hoping that GoPro is going to give some stunning views. Phones in the cases. And look at that selfie happening. Alright, we do have a guide with us. You can see in the white shirt there. Hopefully we don't lose him. But we're gonna take off.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made of all that we find.
Hey Rachel, how you doing?
I'm so tired, but I'm good.
Yeah,
It's a workout.
it's a bit more of a workout than what we did in St. Vincent.
Yeah.
Because that was really short.
Yeah, but it's really pretty, and it's hard not to enjoy it because the views are just amazing.
Yeah, it is beautiful. I think we may have found our beach spot for some swimming. We've been going for about 45 minutes straight, so I am ready. Definitely an arm workout today. We'll get the legs later today.
All right, so we chose sea kayaking today, and I will tell you, the views are stunning and immaculate, and you just can't beat them. My arms are a little tired. It's been a while since I did a good arm workout, but otherwise, oh, the views.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is amazing.
This is stunning. I said this morning I'm going to overuse the word stunning, and I'm just going to keep doing it though.
It's miraculous. It really, really is. It's breathtaking, and you just, the pictures I'm assuming aren't going to do it justice, because
No.
this is something I've never seen before.
Yeah, I would say that this right now is probably, it's got to be one of the most beautiful looking ports I've ever seen. Gino was maybe
Gino was
right there with it.
There with it, yeah.
But it's really a hard to beat view.
Yeah, and we were like clear around there, so we've been quite a ways.
Yeah, it did say that it ends up being a 6.5 mile kayak.
And we could feel it. It's
Yes.
a good thing we didn't go to the
Well,
gym this morning.
yeah, the good thing is we have 3.25 more miles to go.
Exactly.
And this excursion did cost us about $120 each.
Yes. And that was booking on the cruise ship, so we
Yeah.
probably could have got a discount had we booked it previously.
Yeah, that's because we did change it.
We did a change of plans.
Yes. And so far, I'm really glad we did.
Me too.
Love it. All right, so now, since we did pull up, this is their beach. It is a little rocky, but we're going for water anyway. We are going to be here about... What? Oh, it's warm. We are going to be here for about 35 minutes. And we are definitely going for the water. We did bring water shoes. It looks like it's a little rocky area, so you may want to bring those with you. the waves have really picked up on our way back. So don't use all your strength getting out there. It's a lot of boat activity. So we do take little breaks every now and then to like let everybody catch up. But we have done pretty damn good.
We have been good.
Yeah.
I'm ready to stand up.
Yeah, I'm ready to stand up and I'm ready to use my arms only to like hold a sandwich. Yeah, hold a sandwich, do some 12-ounce curls maybe. But luckily we did bring a couple granola bars and some beef jerky with us, so we did have that at the beach. I think that was huge.
I feel like beach is a relative term.
Yeah, beach is relative, sure. It's a spot where you can put your kayak and get in the water. But it was really nice. And we are almost back. I think we're going to that brown building over there. All right, we're back on the move. And we need to find our way to start climbing that rock. All right, so just outside the port area, we are finding a map and hoping that we can use it to find our way up to the trail. It does look like there's a way. I think we're over here. We need to make it up to there. This is totally like a medieval town. Just walking in. Cobblestones, stone walls. Very cool, very, very cool. Definitely walking only. So there seems to be two different ways because people are questioning. But it is going to be a long, hot up the stair walk. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be worth it. All right, you guys get a ticket. It is €8. We now definitely know we're on the right path because we just got checked in. I am not sure about the other side, but this side is definitely not handicap accessible. No, I doubt the other side also, but I know this one is not. There does seem to be spots where you can stop along the way, read a little bit about the Kotor Fortress, and check in the views. But we got a ways to go. We made it to the church. They are selling water up here. It's €2 for a small bottle, 3 for a large. I don't care what the price was. I needed it. It's super hot. Yeah, but we're gonna make it now. We had 2 more granola bars too. Let's go. All right, here is the view from the church. It's pretty awesome. But it seems like we're gonna try to do better. Oh God, a little bit further. All right, we have not made it to the top yet, but I found another guy selling waters, and I only had €50 bill, so I had to get a couple beers as well. That way he could break change.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah, and actually I got tall waters, like 1.5 liters, for the same price I paid for maybe a liter down below, maybe less than a liter.
$7.50.
Yeah, so if you can make it up this high, you can actually save a little money on your drinks.
So there are stairs, but there's also this rock path next to it, because the stairs are pretty much single file.
I don't know which one's better.
I'm not sure either yet.
Yeah.
I'm trying the stairs today.
I do hope there's a water fountain.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We made it to the thing. I had to stop a bunch of times along the way. Oh, wow. All right. Probably a good thing that we did not change out of our swimming suits because
I'm soaked.
they're back to being wet.
It's so gross.
Yes. This is a hell of a hike.
Yeah.
If you can do it, I say do it, but like morning, by far if you can.
Yeah.
But take a look at that view.
It's hard to beat the view you get from up here. It really is really pretty, and it's a lot of stairs and uneven surfaces, so it's definitely not wheelchair accessible.
No, have some extra euros with you. Get some waters. There's water, soda, and beer along the way.
It's actually life-saving.
Yes, yeah. We had no water going into it, and I was very nervous about a third of the way up. Even like I don't know if this is going to happen without water. So glad that we found that. We're gonna stand up here, cool off a little bit, and then head back down. Absolutely stunning, especially when you think about like how we were just sea kayaking all the way around here and then get to take in this. I struggled mightily, but Rachel carried me along the way. Yeah,
I just know there's food and possibly wine or beer at the end.
let's hope. We got to get down there so we can eat and drink. We deserve it after today. Holy cows. Haven't made it to the gym yet, but I don't think it matters after this.
I think we did our 3 hours worth of workouts in one day today.
Yeah. Oh my God. Breathtaking. It's pretty interesting that like on the backside, it is like a huge drop off.
And completely undeveloped.
Yeah. Must have made it really hard for people to get in here though.
I guess the fortress is doing its job.
Yeah, I would bet it did do its job. They did say there were pirates from Africa that would actually come in here though and take people for slaves.
So the highest paid people, according to our kayak tour, were kind of kayakers, as they would do messengers.
Paddlers, like.
Yeah. They would do messages from some of the houses over on the side of the thing to all the way to Venice.
Yes, so it'd take them like 15 days.
Yeah.
So they would be sending messages to the Venetian army. It's crazy to imagine that.
It sounded similar, I guess, to kind of spyage or espionage.
Yeah, for sure. So when you get up to the fortress, there's obviously just abandoned. There's not a lot to do other than the view. But there's crazy, you could probably get some cool photos, I'm sure. Just an abandoned fortress. All right, so the good news is once you get up here and you take your pictures, do your videos, you get to walk all the way back down. So 1,350 steps back. Let's go. One tip, we're seeing plenty of people in flip-flops. That seems awful. Do what you can to wear some tennis shoes. Footing is terrible.
Yeah, but don't be too proud. If you gotta take your shirt off, there are plenty of people walking around without shirts on, men and women, swimsuit tops and without a shirt on because it is that hot out.
Yeah. If you can, do it in the morning. If you can't, just stay hydrated, take breaks, wear some good shoes. It's worth it, but it sucks, yep. Here's your view from the church on the way down. You can definitely get a better view of the town this way. It very much seems like a medieval town. I like it. All right, we made it down. About a 1 hour, 50-minute hike.
Yeah.
That includes some breaks, and it includes buying some water and stuff. You can do it. This is the main entrance. We actually started on the other entrance. So there's two ways to do it. Definitely recommend, but it's not easy.
No, it's not easy, but it was cool.
It was. Let's eat. All right, we are gonna try out pizza. Let's kind of in a strange little corridor. It looks like it might rain, so we're going inside. So as we came inside, we suddenly started hearing giant thunder strikes out there. So we're glad we came in. We're gonna go ahead and try. Good timing with the thunder. I don't see anything yet, but it's some dark clouds. A little bit of rain coming down right now. But we're gonna do some fish, some gnocchi, some prosciutto, and homemade cheese. So one of the things we read that you definitely have to try is the prosciutto.
And homemade cheese.
So we're starting off with some prosciutto and homemade cheese, a couple beers.
It's like a charcuterie board.
It is, and they brought us some bread too.
Yeah.
Might as well try that. All right, we ended up with a 4-cheese gnocchi. They do say they have homemade pasta here. We'll find out if they are homemade gnocchi as well. But it looks good. Alright, so you saw this guy getting deboned. My god, that's sea bream, some roasted veggies. I think it's a potato. I think he said mashed, but it sure looks a little different. Is it potato?
It's potato.
Alright, Rachel's eating it already. No time for dessert, so quick little walk through, and we're headed to the ship. You gotta have room for ice cream after a big meal like that, so ice cream rolls it is. It seems unfortunate that we have to leave so quickly because it looks like they've got signs for carnival and a concert. The cruise ship had to move because we're a little bit delayed getting out of here. Interesting, never seen that before. All right, we had to come back to the room. My gosh, if anyone ever watches our videos and says we do too much, today was one of those days.
I agree.
I am beat.
I am too.
That was a heck of a experience all the way around.
It was.
Okay, we talked about sea kayaking, $120 because we booked on the ship. Awesome experience.
But I'm going to tell you, and I'm guilty about it. I have been teasing about Royal Caribbean's strenuous activities because we haven't found them to be too strenuous at all until today.
Yeah, that was legit
and
strenuous.
I was like, holy cow, this is actually a workout. And it was a really good time, and the guy was nice and waited for us, and not just for us, like for the whole group, but it was 3 hours of true kayaking.
And we're not the most fit that we're on the excursion. We're not the least fit that we're on the excursion, probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. We definitely were not the youngest.
No.
So
definitely not the youngest either.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience overall. Truly enjoyed it. Would recommend.
Highly
Would I do it again? No.
No, I did it once. I'm good.
Yeah. I did enjoy it though.
Yeah, I did too.
It's just a hard one to want to repeat.
Yeah.
The fortress climb, way harder than I expected. I probably recorded myself panting over and over and over. I had to stop several times along the way, and the problem is anywhere with shade has no wind, anywhere with wind has no shade.
It was hot. It was warm.
Yes, so I think I said it lots of times. Do it in the morning if you can. The tough thing about excursions is if you're doing an excursion, it's probably going to be in the morning as well.
Mm-hmm.
€8 per person. Definitely worth it.
I agree. It was
Do
well
recommend.
Worth it. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because at the beginning, the water, like the church was the first spot you could buy waters, and they seemed more expensive than the higher you got. The higher you got, they got bigger and cheaper.
Yeah, it was actually cheaper. So if you can hold out, try to make it. But you know, we had just gotten right off of the kayak, bathing suits and all, and went went into it because we knew we wanted to do both things. Yeah, that's a lot. But then we did find an awesome dinner.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
And now it may look like it was empty, but that's because people were sitting in the outside area.
Yeah.
And like the weather was starting to come in, and we were also later.
It was like 3 o'clock when we sat down to eat.
It was after 3, which our final tender boat was at 5 o'clock. There was a storm that was about to come through, so the guy actually recommended that we sit inside, or the lady did.
The lady did.
And so I'm glad we did, because we've heard from other people that it was a horrible downpour, big winds.
Didn't last long.
No, we were fine. We were sitting in the back of a nice restaurant.
Eating some good food.
Yes, and I would say, like, I definitely recommend it if I can somehow find it on a map. I'm not real good at it in some of these foreign languages, but I did show the name of the place. The food was awesome.
Fresh fish, fresh prosciutto.
Yes.
Which we had looked up that we were supposed to eat some fresh prosciutto here. That's what they're known for here in Montenegro. And then also they do a lot of cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call it I guess it's more like a medium cheese, but it didn't have a pungent flavor. It was really good cheese too.
And then they had homemade pasta. The gnocchi was very good.
Oh my god, so tasty.
Super tasty.
And a very cheesy sauce.
And then of course we got a whole fish. It was the daily catch. It was a sea bream, he said. My god. I don't know if the video shows how big that really was.
No.
It was a solid 12 to 16 inch, tail to mouth kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was big.
It was a big fish.
And it was like your palm all the way across. It was good,
Skin.
delicious white fish. The skin was the key.
Yeah.
Super crispy. So good. And, he deboned it right in front of us.
Yeah, so tableside presentation, you didn't even have to ask or pay extra for.
Yeah, we would have got dessert, but we actually thought that we were a little bit nervous that we were going to miss our last tender. So actually had to get the check a little quick. And then, well, we ran into rolled ice cream, which I've never had before, and that was great.
Yeah, it was so good.
So I ended up doing like peanut butter, banana, and I don't know if it's like a vanilla wafer or something, like some kind of cookie.
Some kind of cookie, and I had pina colada. It was tasty.
Yes. So all in all, it was great. Then we got to the tender, and you'll actually, I think that I had said it, like the cruise ship actually had to move way down. It was less than like a 5-minute tender initially. It took 20 to 25 minutes easily to tender back, and it was rough seas. So we made it though. We had to jump in the shower the moment we got here.
That was a sweaty day. Ugh.
But man, that was a great day in Kotor.
It was a great day in Kotor.
Yes.
And if you've never been here before, it is truly a little bay, and it is beautiful. I had never heard of it until we booked this cruise. I would recommend putting this on your bucket list to
absolutely
see. It's beautiful.
I would say it's probably the prettiest port I've ever been to, and this is like, I think my 11th or 12th cruise. This is our 8th cruise since 2021. So we've been actively doing stuff, but this one absolutely stands out.
Yeah, this is a standout port. It's beautiful.
All right. Well, not sure what's going to happen after this, but we're probably going to have a drink. Alright, it is the next day. Yes. We promptly passed out after just grabbing some food up at the buffet and then ordering some food in. We just had very simple stuff out on the balcony. The view was too good to want to leave our room.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, we were asleep probably by like 8:45 last night.
Yeah.
So let's do a quick wrap up to that, and then we'll talk about the cruise in general.
Yes.
So, best bite of yesterday.
And we're talking Kotor Montenegro.
Yes.
Best bite of yesterday, I'm going to have to go with, I really think it was that fish.
I agree.
Yesterday. It was so good.
The fish was great. The crispy skin on that. Highly recommend if you can find your way to that restaurant. Thought it was great.
It was
good
awesome.
Price even.
Yeah, I will say the cheese gnocchi there was
very good as well.
Good too. Yeah.
Best moment of yesterday.
My best moment, and it just kind of, it started the day, is we got up and the sun had kind of risen. You could see, I mean, it was daylight already, but pulling into port, I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, so much that I even hollered at Josh, you gotta come see this.
Yeah, it was time to get up.
You have to come see this, yeah.
I'm, you know, similar to that, but I would say like very, very early in the kayaking. Before I was tired and sore.
My second best part, though, if you're saying that too, was the minute we hit that flag at the top of that Kotor castle, Kotor Fortress. We did it, and it was freaking hard, and it was hot, so hot, but we did it.
I was glad that I did it, but
he didn't like any part of it.
Yeah. All right, so this is actually going to be our last video of this cruise series. We actually we are going to be getting off in the morning in Venice. So there will be another video from this trip series coming from Venice, but this is wrapping up our time here on Enchantment of the Seas. Any big takeaways you can give people?
I would say one of the biggest takeaways, because this is now our 8th cruise in 2 years. Do your research. If you're planning on going on a cruise, do your research. You're either going to have an amazing ship with an itinerary that could be lackluster, or you can have an amazing itinerary with a ship that's not going to give you all the bells and whistles. We have just learned to focus on one area, and if you want more information on how we choose, or give us ideas on what you're looking at, I'd be happy to help. I really, really enjoy planning them out. Not a travel agent, no such pieces on that, but I could give you some tips on how we've been planning them over the last couple of years. And I do want to say, we're picking on what we're focusing on. We do have a couple ideas for 2024 where we are focusing on the ship, and a couple ideas where we're focusing on the itinerary. So you'll see a couple different spots, which is why also in this cruise series you didn't see a whole lot of like a ship tour, a whole lot of stuff we're doing at night, because it was more port based. Yeah, and our very first video is probably showing all of the ship, but it's a smaller ship. Yeah. It's one of the older ships. There's not all the bells and whistles, but we knew that going into it. Yep. And so, like this year, we actually have 22 out of 24 cruise days are in port. In port. So it is like super intense. Yeah. And now some people may not want to do that much, because like you don't get an off day. Every morning you're getting up and you're pushing yourself. And I did say earlier this week to Josh, I think some people would think we were crazy, because we set an alarm for every day but today. Yep, and we still were up by 7:30. Yeah, but we had to have an alarm for every day just to ensure we got something quick to eat and got to our excursion on time. And that was our choice. That's how we like to vacation, so we're okay with that. Yeah, but like we knew that 3 of our ships were going to be very small ships. Yeah. And so we have a combined, it's 2 sea days out of 21 days on the smallest class of ship. And so that helped us, because like we got the itineraries we wanted, even though the ships aren't. Next year's for the ships. Next year's for the ships. All right. If you enjoyed this series and you'd like to see more cruising, Las Vegas, or general travel videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a ton of videos out there. I think we're over 300 videos right now. That's right. So we would love to have you come along with us for the journey. That's right. You can also follow us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. All our links are down below. Good night.